Hello, Golden State Warriors fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. The NBA world has just been rocked by an announcement no one ever truly thought would come. Stephen Curry, the heart and soul of the Golden State Warriors, has officially declared his departure from the franchise that defined his career and changed basketball forever. After more than a decade of rewriting the rulebook with his deep threes, insane handles, and that infectious smile, Curry has decided it's time to turn the page. The news broke early this morning through a short but emotional video posted on his official social media accounts, where he thanked the Bay Area, his teammates, and the fans who've supported him since day one. The video felt surreal. This was not just another player leaving a team. This was the end of an era. Curry's voice cracked slightly when he said, "This jersey will always be a part of me, but it's time for something new." Those words echoed across the basketball universe like a thunderclap, leaving fans stunned, nostalgic, and even a little heartbroken. The Warriors dynasty, already shaken in recent years, now faces its most uncertain chapter yet, and every fan is asking the same question. Why now? And what comes next for the man who became the face of modern basketball? Curry's decision didn't come out of nowhere, but it still hit like a lightning bolt. Insiders close to the team have hinted for weeks that tension had been brewing behind closed doors, with Curry growing increasingly frustrated about the team's direction and lack of depth. After last season's disappointing playoff exit, sources say Curry had multiple meetings with the Warriors' front office, pressing for roster changes and a renewed commitment to championship contention. But apparently, those talks didn't go as planned. Despite his legendary status and the countless banners he helped hang in Chase Center, it seems even Steph felt his influence slipping. The league has changed, young stars are taking over, and the Warriors, once the definition of cutting-edge basketball, have been struggling to keep up. The rumor is that Curry felt the organization wasn't matching his hunger to win now, and the idea of spending the twilight of his career watching mediocrity wasn't something he could accept. For a competitor like him, that's torture. The decision might have been months in the making, but for the fans, it feels like it all happened in a single, heartbreaking instant that changed the NBA landscape overnight. The reaction around the league has been nothing short of explosive. Current and former players have flooded social media with tributes, disbelief, and memories of sharing the court with one of the greatest ever. LeBron James tweeted, "Respect forever, my brother. You changed the game for all of us." Kevin Durant, who once shared the spotlight with Curry in their championship runs, posted a single word: legend. Even Draymond Green, who's had his share of fiery moments with Steph, shared an emotional message saying, "Family forever, no matter where you go." It's clear this move has hit everyone deeply. NBA analysts are already debating what this means for the balance of power in the league. Without Curry, the Warriors lose not just their best player, but their identity, the rhythm, the spacing, the gravity that made them nearly unstoppable for years. Fans are mourning across social platforms, sharing clips of Curry's no-look threes, his shimmy celebrations, and that unforgettable grin after every impossible shot. This is more than sports news. It's a cultural moment, one that marks the end of something magical that felt eternal. Meanwhile, speculation about Curry's next destination is spreading like wildfire. The free agency market wasn't expecting this kind of earthquake, but now teams are scrambling to see if they can make room for the two-time MVP. The Lakers? The Knicks? Maybe even a shocking reunion with Kevin Durant in Phoenix? Nobody knows for sure, but one thing is certain. Wherever Curry lands, it'll instantly become front-page news. Reports suggest several contenders have already reached out to his representatives, offering not just big contracts, but full creative control and roster input, something the Warriors apparently weren't willing to provide. Some insiders whisper that Curry might even consider a farewell tour type of move, joining a smaller market team to mentor young talent while still competing. But knowing Steph's competitive spirit, it's hard to imagine him walking away from the chase for another ring. This next chapter, whatever it looks like, won't just define his legacy. It'll redefine what a superstar's final act can be in today's NBA. The chessboard is wide open, and everyone's waiting for Curry's next move. Behind the scenes, the Warriors organization is reportedly in crisis mode. Front office members were caught off guard by the timing of the announcement, even if they sensed growing tension. Sources close to the team claim head coach Steve Kerr is devastated and spent hours trying to convince Curry to reconsider. There's talk that ownership is preparing a massive farewell tribute, a ceremony worthy of the man who built their modern empire. Still, some critics argue the team itself bears responsibility for letting this situation spiral out of control. The failed trades, the inconsistent bench rotations, the lack of chemistry, all signs of a franchise that lost its way. Curry, ever the professional, kept his frustrations mostly private, but recent interviews hinted at weariness. He often spoke about legacy and purpose, terms that sound innocent until you realize they're preludes to goodbye. The locker room, according to reports, is stunned and silent. Klay Thompson, long seen as Curry's on-court brother, has yet to make a public statement. The silence says more than words ever could. It's the sound of an era collapsing under its own golden weight. In the streets of San Francisco and Oakland, the atmosphere feels almost funereal. Murals of Curry, once vibrant symbols of pride and unity, have become makeshift memorials for fans leaving flowers, jerseys, and handwritten notes of gratitude. The emotional connection between Curry and the Bay runs deep. He wasn't just a player. He was a beacon of hope, a reminder that greatness can be built on joy, humility, and relentless work. Local businesses are planning tribute nights. Sports bars are hosting thank you, STEPH events, and even the city's mayor issued a statement calling Curry an eternal part of our community. The fan base is grieving not just the loss of a superstar, but of an identity that defined an entire generation of basketball. For young fans, Curry was the reason they picked up a ball. For older fans, he represented the bridge between eras. Old-school fundamentals fused with modern flair. Now, with his departure confirmed, the Bay Area finds itself confronting a painful truth. Dynasties don't last forever, and even the brightest lights eventually fade into the next dawn. As the dust begins to settle, the real question echoing across the sports world is, why now? What truly pushed Stephen Curry to walk away from the only NBA home he's ever known? Insiders close to the situation suggest it wasn't just basketball. Sources claim Curry's frustrations extended beyond the court, tied to creative differences with the front office and a growing desire to expand his legacy beyond the game itself. Over the past year, Curry has taken an active role in media, business, and philanthropy, building a brand that transcends basketball. Some believe this new chapter is about freedom. The freedom to explore projects, partnerships, and causes without being tied to one franchise's identity. There's even talk that Curry may pursue ownership in the future, possibly in an expansion team or a franchise closer to home on the East Coast. Still, there's no denying that competition runs in his veins. Those who know him best insist he's not done chasing greatness on the court. Maybe this move isn't the end. It's a rebirth, a strategic step toward rewriting his story on his own terms, free from expectations and ready for something bold. The media frenzy surrounding Curry's decision has reached unprecedented levels. Every major sports network has shifted programming to cover the fallout, analysts debating not just the implications for the Warriors, but for the league as a whole. The ripple effect is massive. Ticket sales, jersey markets, TV deals. Everything changes when a global icon like Curry changes teams. His influence goes far beyond basketball. He's a brand, a movement, and a living symbol of the modern NBA era. Even casual fans who don't follow the sport are tuning in to see what happens next. Online forums are buzzing with theories, trade packages, and wild scenarios. Could Curry team up with Giannis? Join LeBron for one last ride? Or maybe create his own version of a super team somewhere unexpected? The speculation is endless, and that's exactly how Curry likes it. For once, he's controlling the narrative, letting the world guess while he quietly plots his next step. It's a power move that shows just how much he's evolved, from the smiling underdog who defied expectations to the seasoned veteran rewriting his own legacy with precision and purpose. Back in Oakland, old fans reminisce about where it all began. Those early days before the rings, before the records, before strength in numbers became a rallying cry. Curry wasn't supposed to be the face of a dynasty. He was too small, too fragile, too unconventional. Yet he became the most transformative player of his generation. His departure now feels almost poetic, a reminder that every great story has to evolve. The Warriors may move on, but the memories are carved into basketball history. The 73-win season, the back-to-back MVPs, the impossible shots that defied physics. Even those who doubted him at first can't help but feel gratitude. There's talk that the team will retire his jersey immediately, perhaps even build a statue outside Chase Center. And they should, because no matter where Curry goes, he'll always be the man who made the Warriors matter again. He didn't just bring them championships. He gave them an identity, a style, a soul. Losing him isn't just a roster change. It's a cultural reset that will echo through generations of fans who grew up believing in the magic of number 30. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Meanwhile, in the Warriors' front office, the rebuilding discussions have already begun. Without Curry, everything changes from play style to leadership hierarchy to marketing strategy. The challenge ahead is monumental. Who becomes the face of the franchise now? Can Klay Thompson and Draymond Green hold the fort? Or is it time for a complete rebuild? Rumors suggest the team might pursue a major trade or even consider tanking for a high draft pick. But one thing's clear, no one can fill the void left by Curry. His leadership, charisma, and gravity can't be replicated. Some insiders speculate that the team's decline over the past 2 seasons created a rift too deep to mend. Curry wanted urgency. Management wanted patience. Now, with his exit confirmed, that philosophical divide is fully exposed. Fans are demanding answers, and ownership is under immense pressure to explain how they let the most beloved player in franchise history walk away. It's a storyline filled with emotion, drama, and uncertainty, the kind of narrative that could either spark redemption or cement regret for years to come. Curry himself has remained calm amid the chaos. In his farewell press conference, he appeared composed yet reflective, acknowledging the pain but emphasizing gratitude. "This isn't goodbye forever," he said. "It's just the next chapter in a story that's still being written." His words carried the same poise that defined his game. Steady, thoughtful, grounded in purpose. He didn't reveal his next destination, only hinting that basketball is still my love, and that love has more places to go. Fans hung on every syllable, dissecting every pause, every glance. Some noticed his mention of new challenges and different coasts, fueling speculation about an East Coast move. Others believe he's keeping options open for a surprise landing spot, perhaps a team that gives him both freedom and firepower. Whatever his next step, it's clear that Curry is moving intentionally, guided by something deeper than fame or money. He's chasing meaning, evolution, and maybe one last shot at immortality. The man who once changed how we see the game is now changing how we see the end of greatness itself. And so, as this chapter closes, the NBA finds itself on the brink of reinvention. The Warriors will rebuild, the league will adapt, and Stephen Curry, ever the quiet revolutionary, will continue to shape the future, even from afar. His departure marks the end of an era, but also the beginning of a new legend. The narrative isn't about loss, it's about transformation. Somewhere, in a new jersey, on a different court, Curry will lace up his sneakers, flash that familiar grin, and remind everyone why they fell in love with basketball in the first place. The three-pointer will still arc like poetry, the crowd will still gasp, and the game will still feel lighter, freer, more alive. Because that's what Curry does. He elevates everything he touches. Maybe the Bay will never be the same, but the world of basketball will forever carry his spark. This isn't the end of Stephen Curry's story. It's just the moment the legend steps out of the shadow of a dynasty and into the boundless light of his own making. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.